Well, he is the famed photographer who's been there for all of Harry and Meghan's milestone moments, their romantic engagement, followed by their spectacular wedding, and he's even captured precious memories of the family of four.
Now, Alexi Lubomirski is sharing another facet of his incredible career. His new book, The Sittings, features 2 decades of his favourite celebrity portraits, celebrating friendship and high glamour. And we welcome Alexi live from New York now. Nice to see you.
Hi there, how are you doing?
We're real good. Now, Harry and Meghan have been in the press like a lot lately, but we want to focus on the positives. Their 5th wedding anniversary coming up this Friday, in fact, so take us back to that big day. What do you remember?
To be honest, I remember it was like one of the most daunting projects I've ever had. I remember a couple of weeks before the wedding, I called Harry and said, can you give me any sort of helpful hints to do with your grandparents, the Queen and Philip? Just to, anything that can help me. And he said, listen, they've had pictures taken of them their whole life. It's not the most fun thing for them, so you've got to get it quickly, otherwise they're liable to walk out. And obviously I can't not have them in the picture because it's a historical document. So I said, don't worry, as soon as you've come out of the wedding, I will have everything ready. Everybody's going to be in their places so that the Queen and Philip can just walk in, sit down, click, click, and then walk out again. And so after the wedding, Harry came into the room and he came to me and I said, congratulations. And he said, thank you. And he said, are we going to be ready for my grandparents? And I said, yeah, no sweat. And he suddenly, his eyes widen, he looks over my shoulder and goes, oh my God, she's here. And we looked around and there was the Queen and Prince Philip standing in the middle of this huge green room, looking around because nothing was ready. And me and Harry sort of had this moment of looking at each other and then just going in different directions and sort of grabbing as many kids as possible. And I remember thinking, she can't leave, she can't leave. So I went up to one of her staff and I said, would you kindly tell Her Majesty that we're going to be just 5 minutes? And whoever the member of staff was looked at me and said, no. and so I was like, oh my God. So I walked up to the Queen and I said, Your Majesty, I'm afraid we're going to be a few minutes. Can I show you to your seat? I'm terribly sorry about the wait. And I sat her down and she looked up at me and said, you know that I'm not the one you need to worry about, right? And I didn't know what she meant, but I just started running around looking for kids. And then gradually we got all of them in, and Prince Philip and the Queen were sitting there, and I was ready to, trying to get all the kids looking at me. And so finally I shouted out, who likes Smarties? And Smarties in England are this, like M&Ms. And Harry, thank God, said me, and when you say me, you smile. And all the kids said me, and I went click, 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 finished, done. And I walked up to the Queen and I said, thank you so much for your patience. And she said, I told you it wasn't me you need to worry about, it's the children. And I was like, okay, thank you, that's great. And,
that's great.
What a beautiful story. From those informal shots of the couple at their wedding to a relaxed family portrait, do you feel he's captured the real Harry and Meghan? I mean, that's always a photographer's aim, isn't it, to capture that moment that really reflects them?
Yeah, I mean, I think, those posed family pictures, they're always, people end up feeling like a still life. You've got to stand here with your elbow here and you're sitting down. And so what I love in my photography, or what I love doing, is trying to get an authentic moment out of people. I want people to look their best, but I want to get a moment where they, for a split second, they forget the camera's there. And so I do that, and I have to find the key every single day. Whether it's they have to be talked to for incessantly to make them forget the camera, or I have to make jokes, or I have to treat them like royalty, or whatever it is. And so it's a fun game of trying to sort of find the key. And so I love catching those moments where people laugh and they just, you see their real, authentic, best self.
Okay, and now you took this lovely shot of King Charles and Queen Camilla a few years back. Were there any rules? What sort of royal rules and protocols for setting up this portrait and getting it done?
No rules, really. I mean, it was literally, we went to Clarence's house for the day. King Charles came in, he was Prince Charles at the time, and he met everybody and we shook hands, and I think we immediately started, I mean, he's so good at creating conversation out of nothing. He years of practice. And he immediately, in 5 seconds, we were talking about lavender because we were standing next to a bush of lavender. We were starting to talk about the production of lavender and the benefits of lavender. And then, but just with those two, it was a really easy day because they're so comfortable with each other. And there was a moment where my camera jammed and I had to give it to my assistant and we were trying to work it out. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw the couple and they were just whispering and giggling. And for a moment, I suddenly felt like I was in the presence of a young couple in love, like freshly in love. And it was a really sort of nice sort of, because we all sort of think what we know about these people, but just to see that little hidden moment and this intimate moment, it put a lovely glow on the day.
Beautiful. Let's get on to your book now. It's called The Sittings, 2003 through to 2023, out in Australia next month. Tell us about this project. It's got the fabulous Julia Roberts on the cover. Gee, you've shot some amazing people.
Yeah, I've been so lucky. I mean, it's really a case of when you're a photographer, you have to delve into your archives every now and then to find something. And I was going through my archives and I started to suddenly see all of these fascinating, amazing subjects that I've shot for over 20 years. And I was like, you get shocked at the range and the caliber of people. And I thought this is a perfect opportunity for 20 years to put it all in together into a book and wrap it up. But yeah, it's really beautiful to see it all bound up finally.
Yeah, we were going to say you were friendly with all these people, but they all hate you now for not putting them on the cover. In true Alexi style, all proceeds from this book are donated to charity, right? This is fantastic.
Yes. Yeah, so it's all going to, as with all my books, it's going to a fantastic humanitarian charity called Concern Worldwide. They're a one-stop shop anywhere around the world, earthquake refugees, drought, famine, they are there, boots on the ground. So if you don't know who they are, please check them out. And as I said, 100% of the book profits go to them. Beautiful.
And so amazing people. Jennifer Aniston in the book as well. As we do say goodbye, it's the 5th wedding anniversary of Harry and Meghan. Any chance you'll slip a never-before-seen photo out to commemorate the 5th wedding anniversary? Are you allowed to do that?
No, but as you come to think about it, there is one image in the book from their wedding day that has never been seen before.
Oh.
Yeah, we were hoping for more of a morning show exclusive than just it's coming out in the book, but anyway, we'll go with that.
We'll have to get the book to see.
Good stuff.
Thanks so much. Thank you, Alexi. The Sittings by Alexi Lubomirski will be released in Australia very soon. It's called The Sittings, 2003 through to 2023, with a never-before-seen photo of Harry and Meghan.
You were hoping you'd just pull his phone out and go, well, there's this one that no one's ever seen.
That would have been nice.